Welcome to Idea Group, where innovation meets precision. Let's bring your ideas to life, one sketch, one feature, one edge at a time. In today's video, we're going to continue our step-by-step guide, building the edger and learning the fundamentals of an X. This session focuses on designing the tire, where we'll be putting our sketching skills to the test by applying precise dimensions to fully constrain the sketch. Let's get started. As always, we are using NX version 24.06. After launching NX, you'll be on the start page, like before. We are going to click on New over here. Make sure your units are in millimeters. We're going to name this file edger02-tire, because that is the component we're making today. Browse which folder you want to save your work in. I'm going to create a new folder for my component called edger02-tire in this directory of mine. Double click on it and then press OK and press OK again. And we are ready to begin. And just to reiterate, if you'd like to increase the size of the datum coordinate system, right click on it, click on Edit Parameters. Click on the little drop down arrow here and increase it from 1.25 to 2.1 and then press OK. And you'll see your datum coordinate system is now much bigger. Since the last video, I organized my layout a little bit here by adding some additional buttons and just organizing a little bit more. If there are any buttons that you would like to add to your own ribbon bar, you can click on this little arrow right here for the ribbon options. Click on Customize. This is going to bring up a customized dialog box here where you can search for any command that you would like to add to your ribbon bar. So for example, if I wanted to look for, say, measure, I can type in measure into search, and then I can drag and drop this anywhere on my ribbon bar. So I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop this here, for example, or I could bring it over here, anywhere you would like. So we're going to create a profile for this tire here, and the basic idea is we're going to be using a revolve and after we're done with this sketch. There's a group of commands that it was missing from my user interface here. So I'm going to actually go over here, click on this drop down arrow over here, and activate view group, and that will bring up all of these different commands where you can then view different like ISO view, front view, back view for the solids that you create. There's also the button here called fit as well, which will allow you to zoom in on your sketch if you find that you're too zoomed out. Now remember, every single button that you add to your ribbon bar over here, or these groups of buttons here, in order for them to be saved, you're gonna have to go to File, Exit when you close NX. If you were to click on just the small X button here to exit out of NX, all the extra buttons and group buttons that you added to your user interface, they will not be saved. You would have to click on File and then click on Exit right here. After you exit the software, all of your customized button layout will then be saved. All right, now let's jump right into Sketch. To begin, we're going to click on Sketch, which is right over here. We're going to select the YZ plane this time. Click OK. And we're going to begin by clicking on Profile here on top. We're going to create a line right here. And let's click on a rapid dimension. Let's dimension this. Let's get at least this constrained to the origin. So we're going to select the line right here, select the origin in the middle. And as for the double click on the constraint, we're going to set that to 45. Because we are so zoomed out, let's click on at the top over here, this fit button right here, and that will get us to be closer, and now you can see the dimension nicely. We're going to click on rapid dimension again, and this time we're going to click the line itself. This constraint, we are going to make it 9 millimeters. Now this next part is going to be a little bit repetitive, but it's okay, it's good practice. So we're going to go up, and as you can see, the dialog box over here says length and angle. Length is already highlighted, so you can input the length that you would like and press enter. This length is going to be 4.5 millimeters. Press enter, left click, and boom. You got your line with a constraint already on it, and since we are in the profile command, we're going to go straight into the next line now. So we're going to go this way horizontally. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit more for you. This next line, we're going to make it 2 millimeters. So right now it says it 3 on the dialog, so we're going to press 2. Again, press enter and left click, and boom, you got another dimension. Now we're going to go up, and we're going to go 2.5. I'm going to move some of these dimensions out of the way here. This will get a little bit messy. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is going to get a little bit messy. But we're going to continue with the profile command. Again, it's going to be 4.5. If you notice, there's a orange perforated line right here. This denotes that you are collinear with this line right here. So you won't have to put in the length. It already does that automatically. So you can see it says length too. So when you see that orange perforated line, put your cursor right next to it, left click, and you'll already have the 2 millimeter dimension. Going up though, however, we will have to put a dimension on here. So let's go ahead and put 2.5 for this one as well. So 2.5, left click. See, we have the orange perforated line. We're going to go collinear with this as well. We're going to go up 4.5 another time. Orange perforated line, we're going to be collinear here. Go 2.5, I believe, here. And it's just rinse and repeat. So we're going to just do this several times.
That's impressive.
All right, now that we reached the top after creating this staircase, let's create a line that is, let's see here, it's going to be 9 millimeters. So it's going to be the same amount as this line right over here. So what we could do, we could go the route of, creating the line and putting a dimension on it. Again, there's 1,000 ways you can skin that cat, right? So if we create the top line up top here, we can use the bottom line as a little bit of a reference and create that orange perforated line here to get the exact dimension that we want in line here. So click, that should be 9. Let's double check. It is 9. Very good. Now there's a big jumbled mess of constraints here. Let's make it a little prettier. All right, let's go ahead and click on profile again here. And we're going to select this line right over here. And we're going to come down. And we're basically going to just go down again and close off this entire piece. Now you can see now that it's solidified here, it turned a shade of gray now. This shaded area denotes that all the lines in this sketch are fully connected. Not constrained, but fully connected at least. This is handy to know that if you were to create an extrude of this sketch later, it would be guaranteed to be coming out as a solid. If you'd like to turn off this shaded region, you can just click on this button right over here called shaded region, and that will turn it all off. I'm gonna keep it on for now for our purposes. As for the lines that we just created, let's click on rapid dimensions right over here. We're gonna select this line right here. And this is going to be 3 millimeters. Let's click on rapid dimensions again. And we're gonna click on this dimension right here, from here to here. And this will also be 3 millimeters. So let's input 3, double clicking on that dimension and click on make it 3. We're gonna click on rapid dimensions one more time here. Select the big line here, as well as this line right here. And we're going to make that 3 as well. Look at this jumbled mess of numbers. Good thing is, sketch is fully constrained as it says at the bottom of the screen. Next up, let's add a curve to this corner here and also to the bottom corner here. We're going to click on the command called fillet, which is right over here. This will create a nice rounded curve from here to here. The radius of this fillet is going to be 2.5. So input 2.5, press enter. And now we've created a nice radius of 2.5 right over here. We're going to do the same thing again, but this time for the bottom. So again, go over here, click on fillet, then come all the way down here. Select the 2 lines that you want to turn from a corner into a nice curve, enter in 2.5, and boom, you got a radius of 2.5. With the profile of this tire now all completed, let's go ahead and click Finish Sketch. Click over here, select Finish. Now that the sketch is all complete, you can click on Zoom Fit here. Now we want to turn it into a solid. We're going to use the Revolve command just like we did before on the edger handle. So go over here and click on Revolve. I'm going to move this dialog box a little bit out of the way. Then select the sketch right here. Now all 30 curves have been selected. You can see that they're highlighted in orange as well. We're going to select the vector that we're going to be rotating this about. So click on Vector and we'll be selecting the Z-axis system. Booyah, look at that beauty. Press OK, and there you have it. There's your tire. Again, just as a reminder, like we talked about in the previous video, to zoom in and out, just use the middle mouse wheel, scrolling in and out with the middle mouse wheel. To rotate your view, hold down the middle mouse button, and you can rotate your entire solid. And if you'd like to pan, just hold down the middle mouse button and the right click button on your mouse, and you can then pan your solid here. If you want to just clean this up, you can hide your datum coordinate system, hide the sketch, click on isometric view here. Always make sure to save your work. So go here, top left corner, click on save. That way we don't lose any of our work. If you want to also just have a planar view of your model, depending on if you want maybe a front view of it like this or a side view like this, just click on the F8 command. Whatever view your part is most likely closest to right now, if you press F8, it will then move into position into the view that you are closest to. So for example, since I'm closest to probably a front view here, I'll press F8 and then it'll realign itself in the front. If I were to maybe rotate it this way and it's not exactly planar, but I want it to be, click F8, boom, planar. But yeah, let's just make an isometric view for now. So if you go over here, there's a little drop down menu and you have a bunch of different views you can use here. Let's just click on isometric. It just positions it nicely. That way you can see all the different facets of this model, the inside, the sides. A lot of drawings that engineers do, they'll always have an isometric view to show all the different kind of angles of this part. Let's now click on save so we can save our work. And that's pretty much it for this particular part. Very short episode for today.
Was it though?
Only 2 commands, really. Creating a sketch and creating a revolve. Very simple. That's going to be it for this segment of The Edger. If you found this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. That way you're alerted when we upload a brand new video. Got any questions? Drop it in the comments. And if you need a design, let Idea Group bring your vision to life. Email us at sales@ideagroup.com. Contact information is also in the description below. Thanks for watching, folks. Remember, design smarter, not harder.